What's up, YouTube? Shiz Jam back for part 13. I remembered.
That's right.
I remembered.
That's right. That's right.
Damn, there was some shit from the last part that we literally recorded 30, 45 minutes ago. That I was gonna reference. Already forgot. So, F it. We're gonna go straight into the... I said straight into the trial as I now decide to put on more skills. Handiwork allows you to reload 2 bullets at once.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but sure, yeah, whatever. We got skills. We can use them. Finish prep.
Alright, it's trial time.
I would say try to refresh. I'm not seeing anything changed at all.
So, your votes will determine the results.
So over dinner, I was trying to think back about everything that we spoke about.
Right.
If you
I
can figure
still
out
can't
who
piece
done
together
it,
why the
then
paper's
only
important.
they will receive
Okay.
punishment.
But
But
I'm
if you
afraid
pick
that
the
it's
wrong
Celeste now.
one,
Because the more I
then
thought
I'll
about
punish
what her
everyone
alibi is,
besides
the
black
less I
end,
can
and
remember
the
it
one
ever
that
being
deceives
established.
Everyone else will
And
graduate.
I feel like they're
Now
making it
then,
too obvious that it would be
begin
the
with-
16th student, or I mean,
know who did it.
I don't know.
Right.
Was
I
that-
don't know.
It was Hero.
I have it on automatic, by
He
the
does
way.
not have an alibi for
Okay.
when the
So if you
murders
do
took
want me to,
place,
like,
and we found
pause
him
on one of the
Nelson.
dialogues,
No,
just
no,
let
no,
me know.
no. I'm
Don't
very
try
worried
to
that it's
deny
gonna be
it.
Celeste.
You killed them.
Like, I'm hopeful that I can reverse jinx it right now, but it's definitely not Hero. There's no chance it's Hero. Like, he's way too, like, he's honest, because he's stupid.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hero, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the
Oh, we
suit.
got evidence. Also, yeah, you didn't notice the
Parts
clue in the
were used to
blueprint.
build it. And all of it was found in
Wait, the
your
clue in the
room.
blueprint?
You have
Yeah.
Oh, I did not. Yes,
The
that's right.
evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after
See, I don't even like how she's talking this much, bro.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm so scared.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, look, I'm assuming all these characters have to die eventually, but fuck. Is Hero really the killer? Or before anything else, before anything else, we have to make that clear. Those are 2 separate sentences.
Alright, I'd say refresh Moses now.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was still on Twitter.
everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No. Just hold on a second.
So which one? What the fuck was I supposed to clean?
I mean, looking at the blueprints, I wonder if it is the blueprint. Hero's handwriting is really
Everything we
nice,
found in
right?
your room.
Fuck. Well,
No, I think it's the next one.
yeah.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
I wasn't even
they are
that,
all
right?
proof enough
I
that you
I
are
missed.
the culprit.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, I just
stuff.
fucked up 2 achievements.
Hero, why?
No, just hold on.
One of
Should we,
them.
should we reload it?
I don't think it's that much
Everything
worth it.
we found, the blueprints, the suit parts,
I forgot how to
they are all
shoot.
proof enough
Fuck.
that you are the culprit.
How do you shoot? How do you shoot? I literally just shot. How do you shoot? Oh my god, I'm having a senior. It's Y.
I don't know.
Bro, I'm having a senior moment right now. My bad. My bad, you guys. Holy fuck. That's terrible.
Everything we
Oh,
found in
that's
the
great.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are
That
all
was
proof
awesome.
enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's a
Hero, why?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, they are all proof enough.
Did I miss?
What?
What?
There it is.
So the 2 achievements that I just fucked up was don't take damage and don't use the concentration. But I can't fucking shoot for shit. This is why we don't do first-person shooters on here for competition.
Facts.
What do you mean?
What a fucking sell 2 minutes into
Take
it.
a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking
Mm-hmm.
everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? when you compare it to the blueprints.
Oh fuck. That was the clue.
There's
Oh,
no way
bro.
you think
That would
the
have been so
same
tough for me to
person made
remember off the
both
top of my head.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Yo, Celeste,
No,
stop,
the
bro.
differences
Oh
are
my
bigger
god.
than
I'm so
that,
upset
I
right now.
Come
Like she's
on.
making it
I'm not
ob-
smart
maybe
enough
they're
to
making
think
it
of
obvious
trying
that
to change
it
my
is her for
handwriting
ill.
anyway.
I don't know, man. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
So Makoto,
I'm just waiting
Are you
for
saying
if
you
the
don't think
16th
Hero's the
character does
culprit?
not show himself or herself.
And he's
It's-
not
it's
the
Celeste.
only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No, I don't
A
believe that.
suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me. I feel like it still has to be
Who
Hero
was in the Robo-Justice
Right.
suit?
because it doesn't fit anyone else.
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
I got it.
Oh my god.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Okay,
What?
but that makes sense.
Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Oh, she's so defensive.
But before we get to that, there's something else
I'm
we
so
need to
sad.
clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Every time she opens her
Stop
mouth,
turning the bosses around.
it's just.
All things have a proper
I just
order.
need that other character to show himself.
So
Be like,
what
hey, it's
is
me.
it?
Sorry.
What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
This was the mat and the dolly, right?
Yeah.
Or the tarp and the dolly, yeah.
I got it!
I got it. Damn, this just says one now. What the fuck?
Damn, we got Jackie in here. One more thing. Let me refresh my thing. Maybe because I was on Twitter for so long, it's acting up.
Yep.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What? Oh shit.
What's with the
let's see if I
attitude?
can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tar. And the,
The
dolly?
tar.
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared,
When the body
so
hit
did
the
dolly.
floor.
The dolly also hit the floor.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
The body.
The body.
But are you sure you are not
The
mistaken?
body.
Huh? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
No, man. Yes, we were
That
positive.
dolly was
Oh my
used for
god.
moving large objects between the repository and the
No, not like
Very
this,
strange
man.
indeed.
Look at that
This
face.
had had made its way to the equipment.
Are you sure?
Is it not possible that it was
Are
in
you
the
sure it was me?
repository all along, and you simply didn't
The
realize
fucking
it?
trial just started, and you're like, fuck.
It just started, bro. But
How do you
speaking is so
respond?
obvious. Is it possible that it wasn't in the repository the whole time?
The fucking ultimate liar.
There's no
my
shame in
ass.
being wrong. Oh, there's shame in being dead, though. Oh, my God.
You rarely understand what
The
is going
ultimate
on,
fucking liar, my ass, bro.
Oh my God. What was he the ultimate of?
Gambler.
Celeste?
So she's very good at lying.
Oh my God, bro.
That was her whole thing.
Oh my fucking God. Wait, hold on. Pause it for a second.
Fuck, my bad.
Wasn't the last thing that Monokuma did to incentivize people was to put the fucking, what was it, $10 million?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm about to fucking leave. I'm so upset. It's Celeste. I'm devastated. I'm fucking devastated.
Well, at least you.
Just keep going.
At
I'm
least.
so mad.
At least you switched up from the 16th person and said, I think it's Celeste. At least you did that.
Yeah. Yeah, because when we ended, I was kind of tired, but I like somewhat remembered Celeste not having a clear alibi. And then while I was having dinner, I was like, wait, I still can't think. Like, I went through everything. I couldn't think of anything. Because Genocide Jack and Byakuya were booyakaying each other. And then we were with, I think, everyone else.
Right.
I forgot where Kyoko was. I forgot if Kyoko was with us, but Kyoko had a clear alibi. I remember agreeing with what she said. It's also definitely not her. Fuck, man.
We're already doing.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Damn, bro, they're going right for it.
Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
What?
What'd she call you?
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
What is
My
this?
sick nowhere.
God.
Do your worst. I cannot agree.
We're gonna shoot her?
This should
I didn't even read it. That she had a whole paragraph there. How are we supposed to read that?
It said, are you absolutely positive the dolly was
If
in the
you're asking for
repository room or
proof
whatever?
that the dolly moved, I have it
Dolly
right
to
here.
dolly.
When I found the dolly in the repository,
Oh
one
yeah,
of
the wheels.
had a blood stain on it.
Well, we already did the shootout, so that's good.
There was a pool of
Yeah.
blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as
It wasn't
the
an
blood
accident.
dried
There was
on
no way to
tire,
avoid the blood.
They moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Oh no. Does Celeste really hate me that
Well,
much?
anyway,
Everyone knows it but
I wish
you,
a
dude.
simple to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that.
An Italian one.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Look at how the body was moved. It'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it.
Oh my god, why is this? I had my computer in front of me, and it made me super fucking washed out.
It did.
I didn't even realize. Okay.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from
Mhm.
there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tuck and loaded it onto the dolly and blew it off.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah.
What?
Even without a hand, all you'd have to do is bend
Oh
over.
no!
Oh, that's it.
Fuck, that's what I was trying to go with.
If you accept, then
Oh
you
my god,
must
yeah.
realize that
Shut
you-
up, shut up, shut up,
Sorry, I don't think I
shut up.
As we know, and from there, the
Yeah,
As we know.
then loaded it onto the dolly.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah. even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No.
Nice.
I mean, no,
That
that's
aim,
right.
though.
Why is he saying no? That's wrong. That's right.
That's right.
It's just the
You're
fact.
absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Hey, yo,
Hey, yo.
yo.
Robo doggy
Think
style.
back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Like I said, this is gonna be a fast trial. And now that you figured it out, there you go. There she is, looking at her work. Yeah. We already, we know this part. We were there for that.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
You see that part I
Am I
missed
right
completely.
about that?
That you can bend.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Bend over, bend over.
what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with
That's
your
actually what I was just about to say.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think
Oh,
someone
that's right.
could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing
That's weird.
such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
True.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Bro, she could clean her glasses with that tongue.
Can't take it off by yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Wasn't there like a lock in the back or something? Or is it something else?
Yeah, it's like a little hatch. God, let's skip the friggin' flashback. Yeah.
Yeah, that little latch. Yeah, little latch in the back.
It seems
That's crazy for a
impossible
costume to
put the
have.
suit on or take
I
it
know.
off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
I think one more Moses refresh. and we should
Showing
be
up in
fine.
the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Like a fucking
To
dildo.
be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Oh my god. Yeah, the picture that you took? Come on.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Yeah.
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? 2 viewers. That's not what this shit says. Oh, this should make no sense.
So long as those
It does
facts
not.
exist, the proper conclusion.
Oh my god!
Too early to
Jesus Christ.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide
What the fuck happened?
before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
That was the fastest. I hope you all read all that. Fuck.
From every angle.
Can I even?
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Well,
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning.
here Lemony
Thank
Snicket
you.
go.
Discover something new.
Jesus Christ.
Kyoko's the real MVP.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
If this is what it
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
You
All
accusing
right,
me,
then.
bitch?
Let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning.
Oh my god. Why didn't we
Four of
accidentally
us
do that
gathered
shit to
together
this?
in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Oh, what the
And
fuck?
as soon as we split
What
up,
happened?
Kyoko
No, it
went
started
missing.
playing the audio from.
Soon after that,
Me
Hina
checking the
found
stream
Celeste
stuff.
in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Bro, Sakura's in a skirt?
I was unconscious
You
for
just
about
noticed that?
an hour
She's
after
been wearing
I was
this
attacked
this
by my
school
mistress
uniform the
Seven.
whole time. You never noticed that?
I know it was an hour because I remember.
I was
being
focused
attacked
on
a
the
little after
biceps.
7.
You're like, damn. Just pop your head off. With one of those real quick.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her
Bro, it
assailant
keeps
had been wearing a
popping-
strange
whatever.
costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
I'm gonna press B. Oh, okay, yeah. See, she's been navigating us the whole time.
Damn, bro.
Celeste
Oh
told us
my
that. We
god.
decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
What's wrong? I like that stream for someone like you. The strange costume man. Right as soon as I screamed.
I mean, we already know. We already know.
then
I know. Umi.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And
Dead.
that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
So that time that we had Sakura recount the whole thing was for nothing.
meanwhile, we had
'Cause
just
we're gonna do this
discovered
anyway.
Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found
We?
both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
I
We rushed
disappeared.
back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed
Bro,
out
they
in the
talk so
equipment
slow.
room, so we
They
hurried back
do.
again.
Holy shit. Yeah. I'm about to accidentally
But
hit
when
the
we
B
got
button
there,
again.
we
Like,
discovered that
whoops.
After some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository,
I accidentally started doing the poses and fuck.
which is where we rediscovered the corpse.
Yeah. Shung. Shung.
I think that about covers.
I see.
Thank God.
The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's
Okay.
get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden. Okay.
I'll find them no matter what. Okay, that's our one bullet.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Do we?
Taka
Do we?
came last
Wow.
What makes you say that?
Taka came last.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death.
None of the hammers had
was
blood on it.
Justice Hammer 4.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Well, at least you know how to count. But yeah, so we gotta shoot
So,
the same weapon thing.
regarding
That's what it
Taka's-
is.
I wonder if or perhaps it was
Bro,
we already
Awie's the
know
only one
what
that we're
order they
like.
killed. Taka came last
Everything so far is like, Owie, you're wrong.
What makes you say
Yeah, I know.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
What? The file says it's the same shit. The file said it's the same hammer.
So, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say
Because of the number.
It's true that he flew while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So,
God.
I wonder if he or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Don't you-
came last.
What makes you say
Because of the number.
It's true that he flew while Taka's death.
See?
Shut up. Shut up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
So, I wonder if he or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, I have to absorb a fucking bullet. I forgot about that. I forgot about doing it.
regarding
Fuck.
Taka's death,
So you gotta.
You have to absorb a bullet?
Yeah.
I wonder
Um,
if he died before Hifumi, or
what makes
perhaps it
sense?
was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Is it gonna be the
True
reverse?
that Hifumi was killed with
Justice
Bro, I'm gonna
Taka's death.
fucking blow my brains out. Jesus Christ. That's the only thing making this case longer.
I wonder if he
They're giving me
died.
10 minutes to not
We
fuck this up.
already know what
This is
order
about to be our
Taka
first.
came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's
The
true.
numbering of the grossness. Alright, now I gotta get our focus.
So, regarding Taka
Please!
or perhaps
God!
we already know what order.
No, it's wrong.
Jesus. Nicely done.
Yes.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
There's no way I could get that
That's just another way
concentration
the killer tried to disguise
fucking
their
achievement.
actions.
I can't shoot for shit, bro. It goes so
you're
fucking
saying
fast.
The culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before. Okay then, let's see the proof.
Proof that Taka was killed before Hifumi. Oh, wasn't one of them died at like... It's the watch, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Wrist watch.
Wristwatch. Why are you giving us mad? Yo, you saw that they like Loki spelled cock. You saw that?
Whoa, I almost threw up. Fuck. Where's the H at?
Oh, we got multiple.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Damn, bro. Yo, we were playing Wordle in this game years ago.
Taka's wristwatch.
Look at that flick of my wrist.
It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
We know this.
That's right.
We
so if it
saw
wasn't
that.
broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
He was having
That
sex
would
this
be the
morning.
official time of death.
Hey.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
and before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Did it?
We
No.
made the wrong assumption about
We called it out
the
immediately.
events, all because of those justice hammers.
And again, the hammers
No.
didn't even have fucking blood on them, did they?
Exactly why the
They
culprit
did it.
wrote
I don't-
the numbers
well-
on each hammer and had them
I
increase
think one
in
of them was
size.
clean for sure. I forgot about the other ones.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the
Oh
window.
no.
That's
Because
true.
when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
That
you,
may be
Makoto.
true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
And we know it wasn't Hero.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know. They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body when his body vanished from the nurse's office. Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Oh, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body.
Even if she
Shut
could pull
up,
that off,
stupid.
there's
Look
no
at-
way she
no,
could
look
have
at her
done the
man
same
coming
with
to her
Hifumi's
defense.
Yeah. There's no way she could have done that with
Because, as we
Hifumi.
just established, she was passed out in
As
the
we
equipment
just
room
established,
when his body
Hifumi was big.
disappeared.
You know, they're actually doing
Yeah.
a good job of not hammering in the friggin' big
Yeah, I know.
thesaurus like we thought they were.
It is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their
Oh.
bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko, right? What the fuck? Have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
No, she's been saying it wrong.
So what now, Kyoko?
Okay, yeah, no,
For
yeah,
now,
you're
we
right.
can't get fixated, so instead
Whoops,
of food,
my bad.
I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't
Like,
figure
also,
out
why
how
would
to
it be
explain his body
Kyoko
disappearing.
if everyone was like, "Oh, it's Hiro,"
And according to
but
what
she was the one that
Celeste
I
said-
think we need to think about this differently.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, so did Byakuya.
His body
Yeah, that's true.
apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third
Okay, they
in
did
that
it.
short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Impossible!
Not
What
for
if I told
me.
you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Who do you think did it?
Well, for Jack and shows her arms.
If the dead body were to move itself.
What?
Oh, because he was still alive,
Removed on its own?
right?
No, not another.
Shut
I
up.
don't think it has anything to do with the occult.
Why did he scream it like that?
She's implying Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Not even Sakura could pick up
We
Hifumi.
found his body. He was dead.
Simply played.
You saw how fucking heavy that guy was?
It's possible.
The strongest person in this whole group is Hifumi's legs.
Wait, bro, wasn't Makoto there when Hifumi was like, "Yasuhiro"?
Yeah, everybody
and
was.
collapsed? Yeah, then why is he like
What the fuck does the wristwatch have to do with anything?
Found Hifumi in the nurse's
Oh no.
office.
I'm gonna have to.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
I'm gonna have to grab something.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, so take the last one and then shoot the second one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I just lost points for shooting a fucking word.
And that is why the
Are we really? Maybe the announcement to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot the same word with the same word.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of Hifumi's had been.
No, that's wrong. Stupid. Break. Break.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course, it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
But we found Taka's body simultaneously, no?
But that was also the
Right.
same time that Taka's body was found.
And then remember,
That's right.
we did hear a
Wasn't
second
long after
announcement.
finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we
Like-
confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
That's right.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
That's right.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into
Oh
one.
my god, you
What do you
bitch!
say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well,
So
it's
sad.
a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Shit.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Ooh.
He
Yeah,
said
'cause
it's
there were
only
3 people when they
broadcast
found
the body is discovered
if,
for the
Taka.
first time,
Right.
I
which
think.
means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery
I'm doing the exact
announcement
opposite of what
twice.
you're doing. You're at the bottom of the screen, I'm at the top.
I know. I'm leaning back in disbelief right now.
I think one of the other rules is that if one of the 3 people can't be the killer.
I got it!
Oh, is that a rule?
I think. I think so. I don't know. I could be just making that up. Ding dong. Body's been discovered. Yeah.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first
First.
time.
For the first time ever.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Yeah.
And that's just part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Okay. Okay.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Yeah, get him,
But
queen.
honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Glasses.
He spoke
Okay,
to
then.
us.
Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
Oh god.
The discovery of his
Then it should become clear
massive,
whether he was really
gargantuan
alive or not.
body.
You know what else I found in his
This whole
pants?
thing is pointless.
Nothing.
It was 2D. 2Ds. Stupid. We're okay. Yeah,
Well,
because he
here's
wiped
one
his
thing
fucking
we did.
glasses off.
The first time we
That's
found
right.
the
Oh, that's
body
right.
from the nurse- And then,
But he also
his
spoke to
body
us.
disappeared.
Yeah.
And the next time we saw
No one
the
else. It was
body,
just you having a fever dream. You're the only one that saw that scene.
But when we compare his body before being made and his body other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Fuck.
Oh my
Oh, thank God.
god. Oh, good.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
In fact, there was one his glasses. That fact alone proves
He gotta clean his glasses with his fucking My Little Pony glasses.
Right, and she
thing.
was there when we found the fucking handkerchief. Chief.
Yeah.
Chief. Chief Keef.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were
So he
spotless.
walked up to the repository and collapsed?
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
It was.
Like, my legs can't support this body.
I got it.
Yo. Look at this 2D cloth.
Featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
The same one on the.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make
He comes back from the dead. A certain cartoon
this
mascot.
cloth was used to
Let me
That's
tell you
Demon
about
Angel Baby Lover.
And the
Ew.
mascot on the cloth is the same one
Hey,
from the
yo.
camera.
Whoa. She's a goddess. Also, we gave him a fucking sticker or whatever the fuck of Demon
Yeah.
Angel Princess Piggles.
Princess Piggles.
Pretty pudgy
Demon
princess.
Angel, pretty pudgy princess, I think.
You think you know. You know.
Would have brought something like this to school.
I highly doubt anyone else here is a fucking loser like Hifumi.
glasses on. I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage.
Yo, bro, Hifumi's the only guy to die and have everyone shit on him. Like, character assassination while he's
No
dead.
question. It belonged to Hifumi.
I'd never be caught with some loser piece of trash like that.
What I'm saying is,
See, he's too stupid to kill anybody, bro.
Yeah, only himself.
That's right.
Like he'll accidentally just fall down the stairs or into the incinerator somehow in like a comical style.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Yeah, yo, for someone who's the ultimate
Yeah.
gambling liar, you fucking suck.
Yeah, it's awful.
Bro,
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he
Can
stands
see?
up and walks
He
out
can
on
fight!
2 feet. And with that,
he gets up and walks on all fours.
Copious corpse.
His copious corpse, bro.
Then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Where did all the blood come from?
what was with all that blood?
Okay.
Was it paint or something?
No, it was pink. Of course it was blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs
Oh
of
my
blood
god,
emergency.
there was blood in the fridge.
Probably used one of those.
Blood in the fridge. You know that song?
He figured if he was
Yes.
gonna play dead,
Yeah.
he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's
Imagine your
body
whole
is easily
fucking story
explained.
getting screwed because some idiot.
It should be
put blood on
perfectly
his glasses.
obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Taka himself. First of all, his name is Mo Taka.
Sakura.
I don't understand why they're not respecting the Mo Taka name.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
Yeah, for me too.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But
Oh,
that
damn.
means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show
No,
you one more
God.
piece of evidence?
Okay, well, yeah, I know what evidence it's gonna be.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
It's the one that you didn't
You
get.
know what I'm
It's the
talking
paper?
about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
His underwear.
I got it!
I got it!
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
It's the only thing stuffed in his pants.
Yes, his pants.
Yes.
Forget about the pants for now.
His
Look at what
pants.
the note says.
Whoever touches this note got my cream
Yeah.
on them. Yeah. Fuck. Whatever, dude. At this point, fuck it.
Damn.
Monokuma
What did that
can't
note say?
find
He
out,
went into his
so
pants and
don't
found a
tell
hole?
anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec
A
room
hole to
at
escape?
1 a.m.
Monokuma can't find out.
Look at this copious hole in the back of it. Hifumi.
Flip me to the other side. And get inside. What?
Killer could only been Hifumi's
Me.
pants?
These, bro, some of these options are so fucking stupid.
That's right.
I know.
Taka. The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Huffy?
Just to be clear,
She invented TikTok.
TikTok is Taka and
It would make sense if that note was for
Yes!
Taka though, right?
Doing it every time!
Yeah, but
To draw Taka, because Taka wants to get it out to see Mondo.
right. What?
Because they were saying that the note, because she was saying that the note was for Hifumi and not Taka.
Right.
Unless I misread what she said. Or misheard what
Yeah,
she
she's trying to argue that it's for Hifumi, but we have evidence that it's for
said. That it is for
Taka.
Taka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what the evidence is?
Must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said.
Fuck, I would.
What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
Oh, I guess it's not. Is it the wristwatch again?
The note has nothing
Like
to
him
do
being
with
dead at
TikTok.
6?
Okay, so yes, but that's also.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Oh my god.
But remember what the note said.
Ah, fuck,
Damn.
fuck, fuck. She's gonna hit us later. She's not gonna tell us her secret.
Then the person it was in must have been Huffy!
Bro!
But remember what the note said.
what time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to
No,
Hmm.
it's wrong.
You're wrong, Jill.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
What you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch.
But there's also something
more.
else.
Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was
Okay,
murdered at both
so
the
there's a
time
third
and
piece of
place
evidence.
written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show up.
The other piece of the paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, the small one.
I got it!
Yeah.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from, I knew it! It fits
He just
perfectly with the
in front of
note we
everybody
found
puts it
hidden
together
on
and he's
Hifumi.
like, "Oh my god!"
Taka's scrap.
Guys, look!
They're from the same piece of
See?
Hifumi
I was right.
Taka, while Taka's
Damn, why
corpse
suck her
was
the
found
hand
in a small piece
gray
of
like
note.
that? What's going on? She got a dead hand?
There's only one way to explain it.
What the fuck?
Taka died clutching the note.
Oh.
Hifumi tried to free the note from his
Huh?
death grip,
That didn't make sense.
leaving behind
Like,
only
the way her
one
hand looked.
small
Anyway.
scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yeah,
Winks at us.
We knew the note was important.
Exactly.
So Hifumi was an
Proves
accomplice.
That he was an accomplice in the murder.
Oh well, there you go.
Whoa,
Are you sure?
yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing. for sure.
dude.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry.
Even now.
No.
God. Only the stupid people are
When we
left.
found him in the
Like,
repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
dead, done, dying
The
on the
second
floor.
body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both.
During that
Yeah.
time, we'd all split up and were searching for
Mhm.
Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time,
Wait! But stop trying to steal the. Who are you calling a.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Is he smart now?
Justice
What?
Hammer 3 and 4
Oh,
were still
shit.
laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
With no fucking blood on them.
So if Hifumi
Yeah.
was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers. kill
Yeah, the one that was
Hifumi,
clean.
Then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems
Almost like
there's
you're
some
against it.
semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after
Facts.
all.
Tell him, Togami.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though.
What are you talking about
I
here?
don't understand it either.
Hifumi's pants.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten
Yeah, how
their
did you do
hands on either of the hammers?
Ugh, God.
Personally,
Let's see.
I
Thank you.
haven't a clue.
You do have a
So
fucking clue.
which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number.
Those were accounted for in other
She fell
ways
down the
too.
stairs.
And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
You talking about Hifumi? I mean, he's talking.
He's massive. He's copious.
Then.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Ooh.
I don't think it is possible. They were
I don't
both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Weapon actually used. That has to be the clean hammer, right?
Yeah. God.
Oh, we gotta go into a wheel.
Okay, perfect.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
What?
This is why you wait before you pull the fucking trigger.
Was it justice? Maybe justice grab.
But there's one thing, Leah. How was the culprit able to move around? How did nobody witness them? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
What?
Okay, come on.
But we're gonna die.
What was used? Was it just maybe justice grab?
But there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody witness? Sounds like a Justice Hammer. Check out murdergear.com.
Murdergear.com?
Weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Bro, how is that any different from,
It's not.
like, what used to kill him? This right here! No, sorry, Makoto, you're an idiot.
Weapon wasn't a
Like,
Justice
what?
Hammer at all.
We're skipping this.
Specifically,
That just pissed me off.
all the hammers in the
It's one of the
repository
hammers.
were covered in flecks of grit and but for some reason, and the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely if the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood.
With your small fucking
I'd
hand.
also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that was the true killer. The one Hifumi was. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
True.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Yeah, we did talk about it. That is a good point. Like, what would his motive be? If you want some of this Italian cappuccino.
Alright, it's not the spotless
Based on
hammer,
the rules
so I gotta
that
grab
we laid
something.
out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But
Interesting.
that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
So it's 2 murders and then you shoot impossible?
I guess so, right?
Even if more than one person, only the one who actually can, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply
That is.
I mean,
But that only really applies in this case. There were two murders.
based on the rules that have even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act can assuming the it is simply impossible that
God,
two people work
fuck,
together.
fuck.
But that only really
We gotta
applies
absorb
in
it
this
again.
Yeah.
There were two murders.
God damn it, bro.
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried assuming the
This is what. Shoot!
it is
There you go.
Why did I. Okay. The thing that's stupid about this moment is that
Since there were two murders,
y'all having a conversation. Why the fuck I had to say, yeah, no, she's right. Shut up.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk.
risk versus reward.
The payoff for working together.
We're talking about
The
ROIs
reward
and
that
shit. What are we
balances out
talking
the
about?
risk of
I
taking
know,
part in
right?
the scheme.
For all you that are trying to get
There's
into
no
investment
point
and
in being
stocks and all
someone's
this stuff.
accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
That's right. You gotta start working as an
However,
accomplice to kill
if
people.
there
Yeah,
were
start your
some
Roth
potential
IRA
mutual
with
reward
dead
for the
bodies.
risk, then
That's right.
cooperation
What the
becomes
fuck is a Roth
possible.
IRA? I don't fucking know.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone. creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies by creating one seamless set of circumstances. They made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Damn, Celeste.
Awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I don't feel like it's that odd. I feel like Hifumi would be like, it's either Hifumi or Hiro. You can trick Hiro because he's dumb as fuck, but
Right.
you can trick Hifumi because he's probably like a woman.
Right,
you know?
exactly. For as much as he loves 2D.
Yeah.
What?
That's too amazing. What's going on here?
I understand.
He was staring
how
at
accomplice
Kyoko
would
and
be
got.
involved.
Sorry, it's
Who was the one
How
who
does Celeste say it?
That's problem
Say
numero
what?
uno
How did Celeste say Kyoko's name? Kyoko.
Wasn't it Kyoko?
Kyoko.
Or
Kyoko.
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 Something- Yeah, she said it.
Ending
She
was
said it.
emphasized.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like the Oko 4. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Throwback.
What was the question?
Fuck. Are we
Fuck.
picking?
The killer? Well, yeah.
My answer.
That's my answer.
It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Damn.
Pardon-moi.
Just to be clear,
She was
there is
French?
evidence.
Is that so?
She's wearing like a French maid outfit, bro.
I know. I didn't think it was that obvious.
On her.
Oh, no.
What we've learned so
I
far,
remember, no,
it
she
only
was
further
French, but I
proves
couldn't
that
do a
the two
good
of you
French
Oh, yeah,
female
yeah.
voice. So I did Italian. Okay. But it's just been so long.
Since you've met a French woman.
That's right.
The screaming. What did they have in common?
I got it.
I was confused for a
The
second again.
behavior they had in common
too.
has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
That's why the screaming makes sense. I thought in general he meant what do they have in common.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
And then you said sorry, bro.
As
You're a
we said,
bitch.
Only
You're a
Celeste
punk.
and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Shut up.
If we accept that Hifumi
I'm
was
talking
one of the
now.
culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After
Shut up,
taking
the adults are
Hifumi to
talking.
the nurse's office, we all began our search for this
He's just gonna keep-
individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
We're at top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Yeah.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Do it right now.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Vita de guardi. Bruno.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to
Let's get to
work.
work. Let's get to work. Yeah.
It was to get us to divide into two groups
Divide and conquer.
so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Well, okay. You
Well,
knew the moment the
if
trial
Celeste
started.
and Hifumi were working
I know.
The moment she
on
spoke,
top
you
of
said,
that,
"Wow, she's talking
that
too much."
piercing
Sound like Princess Peach.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according
That was
to
her
plan.
mating call.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we
Shut up,
found
I said the
Hifumi in
adults are
nurse's office, who we now know was
Yeah.
Celeste. You were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
I
You
don't.
wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our mind.
I mean, but if you walked in and you saw that,
Everything.
oh, like in
The
terms of
whole
checking
thing was
his
one
breath,
big act.
he'd be breathing kind of heavy, bro.
You
I
were
don't know.
with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Especially when I was doing
I
the
was
voicing.
feeling kind of
It was,
sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Wait. Then that was.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
As soon as Makoto left, you need to
Each
go to the
piece
bathroom.
isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
So they
Yeah, this
just
is the most
Would you
elaborate
agree,
one.
Celeste?
right. So they just went through
I
and
have no idea
explained the
what
whole
you
thing,
mean.
right? So why do we have to do the comic
Don't
book?
bother
Don't make us
trying
do
to deny it.
I know.
You made one
fatal mistake. You trusted Hifumi.
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What was that?
Ah, yeah.
I remember her saying that too, but
Do you understand what's wrong
don't
with it?
understand what's so strange.
Saying
about it.
guys meaning
Then pay
Taka and
attention.
Hifumi, even though Hifumi's
Sakura,
not dead yet.
Toko, and I were first to discover
No.
Taka's body
Well,
in the
you,
equipment
you're
room.
right that it's that word, but
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed.
it's not
So
about
Sakura and I left
Hifumi.
with
It's about
Makoto.
Taka.
Once we were
But
in
Taka and
hall,
who else?
we ran into
No, it's about
Celeste.
Taka and
The four
Hifumi
of us headed to the nurse's
being
office.
dead, but
Now,
Oh, but they
the
hadn't seen
entire
Taka
time
yet.
we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being
Yeah.
dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it
I see what you're
means.
talking about.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Although he's staring dead ahead while she's directly to her to his left. Yeah, okay, says so. This comment doesn't make any sense. But what is he alluding to? Oh my
We
god.
gotta do a whole fucking thing.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish us. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I gotta do the reverse? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Fuck.
So it's so strange and then that?
They
Yeah.
must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's
Oh,
All
going
it
to
takes
die.
to finish. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
This is a fucking kids show? Alright, boys and girls, what was so
They
strange
must
about her
really be
comment?
enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to. We are going to die.
Nice.
What's wrong? No, you're stupid. No, that's
right.
wrong.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Fool.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body
Idiot.
in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
I don't think that.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So
What would she
been
have
dead
said
too.
differently then? I can't believe those two were killed.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
I can't believe we're still doing this.
I know. But I'm assuming they knocked Hiro out and put him in the costume.
Right, and we also went over the fact that with the suit on, you can't move.
Yeah.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You plus I happen to. In other words, it's simple.
Are we sure?
What could you possibly mean?
Surely there are other explanations.
No, there is no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Some picture of stuff like driving that way. The only possibility
Been
is
drinking.
I got it.
Thank God we didn't have to do a whole
It's
fucking
not a
bullet
picture
thing
of
about
the
it.
suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of
Like, why are we still talking about
the
Hero
one
at all?
being dragged off in that
Yeah.
picture isn't Hifumi. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Because that's what she told us.
And the strange
Yep.
costume.
So it's funny. I think like if you were to go back and look at when we first see that picture, I think you said something like it looks like he's carrying the robot.
Yeah.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
It's utterly impossible.
Oh my God, why are we doing it with this bitch? Just vote for it.
Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Who are you talking to like that?
Damn. So I think she improved. There's no way. Is that really possible?
Bro, I don't want to do another goddamn bullet.
Oh my.
The fucking costume can't bend.
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh my God. Whew. I almost shot the other one.
I thought it was gonna be the other one too, potentially.
No.
Yeah.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It was thick on the bottom.
Allie looks wild in that photo, bro.
Yeah, she looks long as fuck.
Right.
Doesn't
She
make
does.
They
sense.
totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
What the fuck emoji is that? It look-
That's
My
supposed to be a
queen? Yeah, I know.
Well then, I suppose.
Did she just say the N-word?
What? I didn't even pay attention. We got.
N-G-H-G-H-G-H.
Oh. Checkmate. You lost.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
Can you do that face?
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you
Where's her
already
accent?
forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
When she's pissed off, she drops the accent. Who cares? We just went over the fact that he's in on it.
His answer
Yeah.
was quite clear, was it not?
Hifumi wanted the box.
And I quote, in other words, Yasuhiro Hanagure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about?
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Oh my god.
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Miss Kirigiri, yeah.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's
And
name, he
whose
would've
last
said
name
his
don't we
last
know?
name, Hagakure.
Oh, Celeste.
Was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one
He's gonna
person
know
it
because
could
he's a
apply
fucking
to,
loser and read the chat
and
rooms
that's
about.
Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
I'm losing this trial.
Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Pee-pee
Make
caca.
sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Just won't give up. I have to do something to make her accept it.
Tell us your
Point the
fucking
gun at
name. Yeah. Take this truth, bitch. What? What?
Take this truth, today.
The E-handbook? Are you kidding me?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have the...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what you're...
How many times do I have to tell?
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
I can't read that.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
I'm shooting her right now.
Since you have no way to contradict me.
Come on. Make it.
Nice.
I forgot.
Sharp shooter.
That's it. Between the eyes.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Ooh.
Anytime you
What?
turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Right.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
Shut up.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse
Oh
to
my
cooperate.
At this point, who needs more proof?
Celeste,
Yeah.
can you please just tell us what? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because
Everyone does this before they die.
until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
All right, gambler.
Let me go over the case.
Thank God. Thank God. Here we go. Comic book time. This is what I went to art school for. Oh, look at that pervert face. Oh my God. And he looked like
Oh
a...
God.
Huh. All right. We'll come back to this page because I...
So that's Hifumi meeting with Taka, I guess? Or
No.
is that with Celeste? Oh, that's with
Yeah.
Celeste. To go over the plan.
She gave him chips? I don't understand. Oh, okay. Bro, this one's kind of... What the fuck? Alright, so the chips is a dub. This is clearly a dub. What the fuck is going on?
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe? But then what the fuck? Oh, 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's 1 a.m.
Yeah. Damn, Motaka.
Oh man.
Alright, where's the 6 o'clock one? He went out like that? That's... Come on, bro. He hit him with Justice Hammer 4. The fuck is that? Oh, yeah, him getting attacked the first time.
Yeah.
So she was hit with Justice Hammer 1, then he was hit with 2 and 3.
Correct.
What the fuck?
He spilled the blood everywhere?
Okay. It has to be that hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was... Yeah, because everything else is just...
The killer is you.
You!
I choose you.
Before
God.
anything,
Okay, we've gone over this story 3 times already. Yep. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, we gotta wait for the sound effects. It's not like I'm even in a rush. It's just like... When we have to repeat things over and over again. Like, we get it. We got it. Yep. We also... The fucking robot suit didn't have eyes. Damn, Motaka.
Damn. I never would have guessed that Hifumi would have killed somebody.
Right. Oh, unless... Okay, there's a reason why he would have. There is a reason why he would have.
Oh, because of the, what's it called? The AI.
Yeah. Because they were both beefing over it, and she probably
They were.
told him that... Yeah.
That makes sense. There's your motive.
Is he swimming in that bottom one? What is that?
Are they pulling the tarp?
They kiss.
And now kiss. Yeah, exactly.
Now kiss.
Well, that's a cool graphic.
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
Ooh, the trigger word.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
Into a
They
complete
hang
idiot
heavy
like
around
you.
my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
What?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Damn, we got a B on this one, bro.
You think so? Damn.
75 coins.
Ooh.
What? This time we get 94? What the fuck?
Maybe we get more of the...
Okay, Monokuma,
I don't know.
I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the
Fucking
dread?
dreadfully wrong one, yep. Oh shit.
Assuming he just landed on her.
Yeah, I skipped it by accident. Whoops. I mean, yeah. Oh. Fuck. Stop doing auto. Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yashihiro. Shit.
Honest.
Alright, this is your last time voicing her, so have fun, bro.
I wish I could have practiced doing a French accent now.
Hey, you can switch it up for the last one if you want.
I don't know if I can though. I lost. Well, that sucks.
Wait, she did stop doing her fake voice.
Oh, that's right.
So you could come up with a brand new voice. So there you go.
All right, let's see what I can do. All right, so I already said that line, so we'll skip. Go to the next
All right.
one. I guess trying to work with. I don't like it, bro.
All right,
No,
do it.
teach
Go
me
out.
the
Go out.
Italian.
Yeah, go.
I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. It's like a more depressed Italian. like her father in the mafia got gunned down. Hifume's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality. Well, line. Why did I say
My
speciality?
specialty.
The fuck?
My bestiality? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use,
The power of I knew you'd figure out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right to get Hifumi to act as my accomplice. I used her, my favorite R&B artist, H.E.R. So let's definitely listen to her, bro. Don't even tap. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. PC gaming. Does she mean... Is she talking about... Yes, dumbass.
What? What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right. I totally forgot that it was stolen.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how he disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Yes. Oh, wait, fuck. Fuck. What are you? What
Oh,
you?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Unzips pants. Alone.
Flops it out.
It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what?
What?
Are you okay with this?
It was It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I had found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us get close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He abused me,
What?
What?
and he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. Of my rigatoni. So I had no choice.
Oh my god, this... Okay, what she's saying is something serious even though we know it's a lie, but the fact that you're using the voice... Like, thank God it's a lie. Like, we know it's a lie.
I
But
know,
holy
If it wasn't,
shit.
if it was
You would have
real,
been like, I gotta stop doing the voice. He abused me? What? Like, holy shit. Oh my God. That, yeah. And then me doing this fucking voice. That's a crime. An absolute crime. I know he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought in. He bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. Yo, she's a master manipulator, bro.
The bastard. Bastard.
Honestly,
Can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts? They definitely missed a word in there, bro.
No, so she is Italian.
Yeah, or
Abs-
Russian. Can we allow him continue with barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She... I have to save her.
actually,
Did you hear his voice?
Yeah, I did.
I swear!
I swear it! Damn, I'm scared of the dog. Fuck the dog.
Ben, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
Huh?
I show him my rigaton and you take out the gun. I
You
have
hit him with the
devised a way-
pepino.
That's right. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. Hee And with that, it is completo.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's a nothing.
Super Mario?
Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of a love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have no other question for you. Was that... Whoa, I'm sorry. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation? Yeah, he's the ultimate fucking cosplayer.
indeed.
I mean, fanfic, fuck, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, the costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt as well. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're as dumb as a fuck.
That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice because you are again a dumb as a fuck. I'm so glad your stupidity. Life must have been brought up on your parents, though.
I thought what you said was good enough.
I didn't think it was, yeah.
I feel like I could cry.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's a simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of a death, but he just barely held on. And you really believe that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He
Did it?
believed. Sorry, it lagged again. I apologize. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
You had planned to kill him all along.
Oh, but of course. Sorry, my Twitch logged out on my phone. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up being. Hold on. Yeah, whatever. I totally fucked that up. I apologize. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No. He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Hey, what's up, Fruit Loops? Then
What's up, Fruit Loops?
what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true.
Hey, we missed you too,
Thanks,
Fruit Loops.
man.
Hope everything's been
Yeah,
good,
man.
man.
You're welcome back. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. Escape.
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. Yeah, it's all part of the fucking lie.
Little bitch.
Like I said, dumb as a fuck. Obviously that was a lie.
Ha!
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from a day one. Day one, I tell you. One. One finger. More than anyone, anybody else in here.
You little bitch.
We're good, Fruit Loop. How
We're good, yeah. Been a long work week, but we're trying to get back into streaming the next couple days, so.
I wanted to get out. Every day was a fresh torture. Like a fresh ricotta cheese.
I was gonna say
And do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I am MLK. I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on a dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle?
This is such a stupid fucking dream.
And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need like in the movie Twilight. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of a decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was only my dream, or my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about.
What a boring life.
I know. I'm glad she's dying now. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality.
So how much did she win, like, gambling?
9.9 million. I got right to the edge. Again, 9.9. I was 100,000 short. But
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just
I mean,
like
respect for that. You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That is a pointless endeavor, my friend. I am a heartless. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel a nothing.
do you understand?
That's what I kept telling Ifumi last night. I feel a nothing. I feel a nothing. That's all there is to me. I feel a nothing. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different? That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
You just get executed again. I like that.
Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price. Now then.
A very special punishment.
Alright, Fruit Loops, definitely, bro. Like I said, hit me up, and I got you, man. Alright? Take care, bro.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Give it everything we've got.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will
This
it really
is-
give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why, actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again in another life.
Bro, she sounds just like a Turkish coworker I have. That's crazy. There's no way I could have done that voice, though. If I did that voice, it would have sounded way too similar to,
You're Owie.
Owie, I think. Yeah. Unless it, like, held my nose. Oh, this is sad, bro.
You're
I think
losing.
Celeste was my favorite character to
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Yo, this is way too elaborate. Damn, the Versailles witch?
She wanted to be, you know.
Damn. If there was ever time for the stream to lag, I wish it was now. Or not the stream, the broadcast on Discord. I don't want to see this. Damn, that's an awful way to go.
She's loving it. That's crazy.
That's insane. What the fuck? It's me in the car. No way, dude.
Being burnt alive wasn't good enough. You also need to get killed by the fire truck. They put the fire out, alright.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Kills. Yeah.
It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and...
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I
That's
care
not
about hope? What?
I thought it was Makoto. I apologize. Go ahead.
What do I care about hope? I'll throw in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all an embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not, and it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes, but that reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Ugh.
How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? Yeah, I don't know either. The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. That's disgusting. What does that mean?
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on and enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
Hoo-hoo-hoo. See ya.
Sick.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so
Most likely.
I mean, it's where AI is stored, right? Or dressing room
Yeah.
lockers. I'm assuming that's where AI is stored.
Yeah.
Then that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well, then we'd better go check.
indeed.
Good idea.
We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm gonna go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so
Do you even have to ask?
Come
Fuck,
on.
she looked at the camera, my bad. That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know.
and I'll go too.
What?
You?
Please, let me go.
Let me go in the bathhouse with her. Standing here arguing is just gonna draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want.
Damn. Thank you, Byakuya.
well,
Shut the fuck up.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay?
So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together?
You jealous?
Does that mean what I think it means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone.
You gonna take his pants off?
Girls are total pushovers when you stick a bone in there. Okay, let me stop.
We're gonna play Backbone again.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about that game. Jesus Christ. I try to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there
shall we go?
alone.
Well, shall we?
Well, she's already putting her back to us. Yeah.
Show a little backbone. We
Yeah,
need.
here's the back, where's the bone?
We need to get into that locker.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw Celeste. Oh,
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness.
I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please, just wait a while longer. Oh, so now we can officially say the case is closed.
As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me.
What do you think of my backbone?
Terrible game. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
You.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried?
Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation, when you do that,
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too.
no. I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me.
Oh, we're just friends?
And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends.
Did you just friend zone me? I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
Then
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, I have irritable bowel syndrome.
what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told I see that smile. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. You and Hiro did what? I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And then I came. When it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back.
She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? That's a weird place for her to go. It's a normal storage closet as far as I can tell.
Is it?
The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden in here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I was being yanked in, it opened.
Gashunk.
At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Peppino, it's a me! I've fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Yeah, very secure.
How did she find this out?
She was having.
I guess from AI.
She was having sex in the bathroom. She was pressed up against the wall. In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor. Yeah, there's a secret room.
So this is a secret room. But what's in here?
A lot of shit. Okay, apparently not a lot of shit. Is it Monokuma coin?
Normal desk with normal drawers.
Then you would normally open the drawers
to get a coin out of it. Bunch of files, volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy, what?
Student
not
registry.
covered in dust? Okay. That's something not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, oh no. Oh, slip paper fell out of the file. Whew. I turned my attention. I thought it was Monokuma. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh!
Gashunk.
All right. If that is not the 16th student, bro. Strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ow! Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. Owie! That's all I understand.
Yes, Makoto?
My dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least.
Ow, my backbone.
An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The instant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest.
Okay.
My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things were getting blurry, can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that, oh shit. As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. Yo, that sound sounds gross, bro. That sound is coming from the gym. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame, the sound got stronger and stronger. No, it's fine, keep going. What kind of reggae music are they playing? There can't be nothing. Here in the gym. Opens the door. What in the Sean Paul is going on?
Sean Paul, I'm Beyonce, and I don't really care what people say.
Coming from inside and testify much more.
Hagagia, here, pitching. Biakia, Daradun, Sasha. Hey, yo, did you see that?
I did.
Showed Sakura's ass, bro.
Before me raged the battle beyond anything human possible. No one's side not human, that's for sure. But regardless, I couldn't stop staring. Forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal.
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What are you holding hostage? Hina? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? Mastermind spy is Sakura. Ooh.
A next generation legend. Stand tall, galactic hero. The end. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people left.
To be continued. I feel like that's the first to be continued screen we've gotten that I can remember.
No, we've gotten a few.
We have? Okay, well.
Damn, that would have been good for Hifumi.
I know.
Do you want to save? Yes. All right, so
Yes, please.
that is the end of part 13. Oh, we got... Okay. No, stop. It's the end of part 13. For YouTube, thank you guys for watching. We will continue on to chapter 4 at some point.
Yeah.
At some point in time. But for now, I guess, you know, since this video is hitting exactly 2 hours, we'll
Damn,
cut it,
look at us go.
we'll cut it short right there. So for the YouTube crowd, thank you guys for watching. Stick around for the next one. Hope you guys have been enjoying this. He ended up getting it right. Like at the end of the last part, he did say maybe it's Celeste, and then as soon as the trial started, he said, "Oh my God, it's Celeste." So this was kind of an irritating trial to play because it's like, all right, we're just doing repetition.
Because we knew.
Yeah.
But we knew, and there were so many twists and turns.
Right.
Where it's like I was curious as to like some of the details, and I didn't get like every single detail, but like ultimately, it just like they could have just made it so much more simple. Like Celeste got Hifumi in on the plan to kill Taka, and then she basically betrayed him and killed Hifumi. That's basically all they could have said. But they made it really elaborate. I liked her like mini character development at the end. It wasn't as like awe-inspiring as Mondo's, but it was still really nice. I liked it of her being like, I've sold my soul to the devil by being this like sinful gambler, like willing to do whatever. Her dream, it's very lame, but it fits. Like it fits her kind of nice, where it's like, of course someone who doesn't feel anything is gonna pick something that's just like a luxurious lifestyle with like a bunch of fake things. Like, I'm gonna live in a castle with a bunch of like these handsome butler / bodyguard kind of guys. So it's just like, I don't know, she's like a fake person. So but that ending sequence was very interesting. It feels like with each passing trial, there's like more tension being developed, you know? Like, I thought they were about to kill Sakura right there, because the last time we saw someone fight Monokuma, they got impaled.
And then there was and even almost blew up Mondo. So
yeah, exactly. So I didn't know what was gonna happen there, but it's interesting that Sakura is apparently the spy. I don't even remember them ever knowing for sure that there was a spy. I remember they spoke about it, but I didn't know that was like an official thing. Like, there's a spy.
I forget if like Monokuma says something or if everyone just assumes they're a spy. I kind of forget.
I think they all assume. I don't think Monokuma would ever say that out loud, you know?
I mean, to build doubt amongst them.
Oh, that's true. That is that's actually a really good point.
One of you is a spy.
That's it.
But yeah, I mean, they did a really good job. See, what they've done a good job of is like, it's never the obvious person, right? Like, this murder, it wasn't Hiro, you know, the spy wasn't Kyoko, even though she's always missing. But then they pick Sakura, and it makes sense because like Sakura's like the one character I feel like I don't really know a lot about, like, you know, but we're just so busy having fun joking around about Sakura wanting to, like, you know, get in Hina's pants, where it's like we don't actually really know anything about her outside of the whole joke that we're making. So I really like it. I'm so curious to see. And the whole freaking, I thought it was gonna be like us almost like dying somehow, or like, they knocked us out. I thought, honestly, we were gonna get clobbered, wake up, and then someone's dead body was gonna be in the room with us. And then it would be like, oh well, clearly we murdered them, and it's gonna be us trying to defend ourselves. You know. But you know, I don't know. I really enjoyed that episode. That was a really fun episode. And I'm glad I came into it being like, I think it's Celeste. Because like, while I was like having dinner and I was like, wait, but we haven't really seen this person yet. And I felt like we'd have to kind of see them again. Not just have it be like Monokuma and that guy from like 5 hours ago in gameplay. Being like, you know, hey, let's make things, you know, spicy or whatever. Yeah, I realized it was Celeste, and the minute she said her first line, I knew that was over.
You're like, God damn it, why is she talking?
I know. Ugh. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next part whenever we get to upload it and record it, you know.
So for all of you watching on YouTube again, thank you. Part 13. It's a wrap.
We appreciate you.
Chapter 14. Sorry, we'll start up chapter 4 in part 14. So, as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with us this long. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll catch you in the next one, all right?
Yes. Appreciate you guys.